Hello, all. Welcome to Illuminate the Oracle. If you're new here, happy to have you. Welcome. If you're a returning, hey, fam. How y'all doing today? Hopefully, you're taking care of yourself wherever you are. Yeah, let's see what the energy's got for us today. I have the Moonology cards in my hands. Um, as I'm kind of just slowly shuffling through them. And, yeah. We got the ducky pairs outside, so we'll see if they remain chill. They've been kind of chill lately. Um, so we'll see if they remain chill or if they start to bickering. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and just jump to this prayer. All right, Father God, Archangel Michael, Mother Divine, please cover me and my collective as we receive these messages today. We only seek messages of your highest vibration, messages that you deem for us to receive. Any ill will or evil energy sent our way is immediately blocked. Return the energy back to its rightful owner, bind them in that energy so they can never harm anyone again. Any energy around us that does not belong to us and that is not helpful to us, kindly remove the energy from our presence and send it back to where it came from. Bind them in their own energy so they can never harm anyone again. And our energy is ours. Our energy belongs to us. Kindly send our energy back to us, purified and blessed. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, every now and again, you need to add a little sauce to your prayer, all right? So don't hesitate to do that for yourself, Um, however way it feels right for you. All of my prayers and things that I say for myself, one day I decided it was important to sanction those types of things for myself. So if you feel the same, definitely do that for yourself. All right, so Holy Spirit, what is this reading about today? What my collective need to know? What's going on around my collective today? What's the energy? Okay, so we got two cards that popped out. Interesting. So I was just talking about a pair of duckies out here. The pairs, they're like some like smaller duckies and some a little bit longer looking duckies, but they both come in pairs. Both of them, they both have a counterpart, which is beautiful. And so we actually have pair counterparts that popped out. So one card says it's time for action. New moon in Aries. And the card behind it says have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. So it's time to take action and have faith in your dreams. What's this about, y'all? Okay, it's personal for everybody. So yeah, this is something that nobody's gonna be able to call you out on. Nobody's gonna be able to say like, "Hey," because we keep our things to ourselves, right? We keep our dreams to ourselves. But Spirit is saying, how is this coming along? Um, there's something here where it's time to take action. So whether this is the start of something brand new or the learning of something brand new to implement or possibly attached to something that's already has already been started. Maybe you're just adding, say, updates or additions. Or this could be something just brand new that you're taking a leap on. But whatever it is, Spirit's saying it's time, darling. So have the ferociousness. Pay attention to our Aries brethren when it comes to, how our Aries brethren take leaps and move forward. They just do it. They just do it. It's just the action of the ram. So kind of have that energy of the ram during this time, regardless if you have Aries placements or not. We utilize these others' energies whenever we need to throughout this life path. Um, we take on these energies for ourselves, or we can, if we really want to utilize astrology in all its forms. Um, that's something that we can do. So yeah, have faith in them. That means to have faith in your magic. That means to um, don't doubt, which also means the reminder to yourself that believing is not saying that we are magical enough to realize that just simply belief powers our engines. So it doesn't matter what we see, it doesn't matter what we feel, we believe that it's coming through for us. We always stay in the belief that things are always happening within our favor, regardless of what we can see or what we can't see. In this time of healing, I think a lot of you guys have, I think a lot of people have come to an end of a cycle, but I think that previous cycle had a lot to do with healing, or the next cycle that's coming in. It's like a continuation of healing. Everybody's on different timetables. So it's like if you are just starting, then you're just starting. If you're coming out, it's like there's the start of a new era where you may be asked to kind of be a little bit more social or involved, or just kind of like I don't know, in some way back in society after a period of solitude. It's gonna be different for everybody, but I think that um, it's gonna be different for everybody. It's like either you're coming out of something or going into something that I'm talking to. But if you're coming out, then you may be debuting something, or you may be the debut of some kind, or the reappearance of some kind. But it's saying to just be bold and take that first move, whatever that may be. It's going to be different for everybody, but we're going to look into it. Certainly. Okay. And it may be even some things that you thought once upon a time, nothing would come of it. Because I did see that card in the reverse. It's like a new perception, a new perspective on the things that you thought once upon a time, well, would be impossible. You're realizing, or you're seeing the ways in which it's very much possible. Maybe you're looking into the to. I feel like spirits pushing for who this message is for. I feel like spirit is pushing onto you the different ways in which those impossible things can be done at the level in which you are, on your level. And that's kind of what the 21st century has been about. A lot of the things that was once seemingly so far away from us as humans have presented itself to be a lot closer, to be a lot approachable, a lot more easier to obtain. Like, say, if you were in music, once upon a time, if you wanted to be in the music business, you had to find I don't know, a recording studio, put down a demo, package that demo to to companies. Um, they'd have to listen to that and maybe get back to you whenever they get back to you. There was no way that you could build up a following or still continue to pursue, except, performing wherever performing. But it was a lot trickier to pursue what you were looking to pursue without some sort of middleman, or without some sort of um, big business or big company to push you through or to get you out there. But in the 21st century, the age that we're in, there's no holdups anymore. You can get yourself out there without the help of, or without the dependency of, the major company or major business or someone else or a third party entity. And so I think that's what Spirit is saying. Like, whatever your dream may be is going to be different for everybody. But it's like the things that you even thought would be just out of your reach is within your reach, whether you believe it or not. So it's going to be different for everybody of what that would mean. Okay, what popped out? Yeah. And know the energy is gaining momentum. So there may be a little bit of like antsiness, because there's like that sparks, it's like that nervousness before you jump on stage or you get on stage. It's just like, don't over analyze that feeling, because some of that is just the feeling of sparks. Some of that is just the feeling of that friction, that energy, that magnetism. You're going to need that energy for whatever it is that you're using, whatever it is that you're transmuting it with. A lot of times, if you like, say, analogy, if you're jumping on stage and you have that, you feel that electricity that you can utilize for nerves and anxiousness. When you have to sometimes you have to go, you feel like you have to go to the number two because you feel that anxiousness within you. It's like, how do you utilize that energy? You have that power at your disposal. So how do you use it? Do you use it to bring you down to the ground? Do you use it to make you scared? Do you use it to bring to life all those fears? Or do you use that energy to kind of dance in it, to wiggle in it, to play in it, to use it as positive, useful energy? Because that's all it is. It's just energy that's gaining momentum. So when this energy comes in to you, are you going to be fearful? Are you going to run away? Are you going to perceive it as something that's low vibrational, or are you going to perceive it as something that was always made to be in your favor, high vibrational? We can decide either way. We can decide either way. So are you gonna, surrender to divine or not? We get to decide. Full moon energy. We get to decide. A new start is coming. New moon. So we got the full moon and new moon. That makes me feel like there has been endings that are starting new beginnings. But I mean, there's a lot of purple here today. That's a lot of purple here. They coordinate. What is that song? What? I don't remember that song. I just there's like this a part of a lyric, and it's not even the full. It's not enough of the lyric for me to identify where it belongs. Our cause and our shoes gotta coordinate, something like that. Maybe it was Ludacris. It's interesting. Ludacris is becoming out a lot in the energy because I think I quoted like a Ludacris song in a reading this week, and I out of nowhere. I think Ludacris is Libra. I used to really love Ludacris back in the day. Actually, I thought he was fine in the day. But anywho, so yeah, I think something about coordination could be significant. There's an elevation here. Y'all don't know what this elevation's coming through. I hear the church clapping. I don't know if that's your ancient, your high vibrational ancestors that's clapping for you. I don't know what that is. I'm hearing like I see like a church. I hear the clapping. There's something about this elevation that whomever I'm connected to, there's been a significant amount of elevation. You put in a lot of work on yourself, and your ancestors are so proud of you. Um, yeah, because there's all this purple that's here. It just looks like a story. It is a story. Your commitment is being tested at this time, so don't get pulled off your throne for nothing. Eyes on the prize. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you imagine, that you can possibly imagine. It seems like you've come to this point for a reason. You've had to learn how to balance these new skills in this new world by balancing what you know now, balancing spirituality and practicality, and what you know now. This card doesn't even belong in this deck. This is an activation card. It doesn't even belong in this deck. But it says soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. So, considering what you know now, the wisdom that you gained through this journey, there's no way that you can't go back now. It's kind of like what you're gonna do with the information that you know. If you decide to go back now, that's your choice. If you decide to go backwards, that's your choice. You know, because as far as spirit is concerned, you won. Like you battled this, you've taken it down to the ground, and you have reemerged not as a victim but as a hero. Now you can be utilized as a template that people can look and marvel at what you've battled, what you've conquered. A tough cycle. This is a tough cycle. It says the end of a tough cycle approaches now. Full moon in Capricorn. So you had to take this step by step. You had to battle the step by step. Nobody can take that from you. You battle tested. Step by step is the energy of Capricorn. There was no what you had to get through. There was no sidestepping it. There was no passing it off to someone else to do. There was no pushing it off because whatever you decide to push off is going to dictate how long it lasts ultimately. But ultimately, you realize you're good enough. Whatever it is that you were waiting for, or whatever it is that you were looking for outside of yourself to make yourself feel better, these addictions that we acquire, or these things that we think that we needed once upon a time, you found those things within yourself. You're good enough. Full moon in Virgo could be significant. You're good enough. You are good enough. Confidence is the key to your success. You're good enough. And stop believing. This is in the reverse. Nothing will come of the situation. I feel like once upon a time this may have been a coping mechanism. Feeling like if you believe that things are not going to work out, that it's going to work out. But you really have to be, I think that's just an old way of thinking. It was an old coping mechanism, it was an old belief system. But we also have to keep in mind that we don't necessarily want to keep carrying old belief systems into that new fresh car, that new fresh cycle, right? Because that new fresh cycle has that energy of a new fresh car. Like we don't want to bring the funky we don't want to bring all the we only want to bring certain things to the new car, right? We don't want to bring all the trash and all the sticky, messy things from the old car. We don't want to bring all that stuff to the new car. We do want. There's some things that we need. That there's some things that we want to keep, but it's not everything in the old car, right? So be discerning about what it is, what those beliefs are that you are allowing to continue to exist and live in this new era of time, and what it is you still need to kind of purge and just leave. Some of that sticky old stuff, some of that you just want to leave in the old car. Some of it's just trash. Okay? So be discerning about what it is that we're keeping and what it is that we're leaving. Right. And don't automatically think that you think things are going to fail. You don't always have to be optimistic all the time, but sometimes you can just let things just keep out of mind. Be indifferent. It's more important to have the energy of indifference than having the energy of, oh, it's going to flop or it's going to fail. Because you don't want to be foretelling something that you don't want. You are manifesting. As the manifester, you can put out that energy. I always say be careful what you type, careful what you say. I'm a joking kind of person too. We can joke all day. But I'm not going to joke so much to the point where I'm putting out spells and things on others or myself that I don't want to. Like that I didn't have the intention to. Even for the sake of a joke, I wouldn't do that. I will always be very conscious of the things I say and what I'm saying, because what you say matters. Even when we joke. Even when I'm joking, I still believe that the things I say matter. And so that's just, be conscious of that, because you don't want to play yourself. I feel like I say that a lot on this channel. All right. So your commitment is being tested through this time, though. There's so much purple here. There's so much elevation here. Um, what else am I collecting? Needs to know. Got the tarot. Tell me more about this commitment that's being tested. Sun card. Oh, it's gonna make you so happy. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. When Jesus washed all my sins away. It's gonna bring such a happy day. 1, 9, 10. That could be significant. Or one could be significant. Um, Leo, there's a lot of Leo energy as well with the Sun card and the Strength card. Ugh. Oh, and this card, there's a lot of Leo. Leo just rolled up through here. That could be significant. That could be significant placement for someone. But if not, it's like this elevation here has got you in this Leo energy, which is that showstopper energy that I've been talking about. You're being seen, you're being showcased. If you're not there yet, or if you maybe you just don't think people see you or people pay attention to you, if you don't feel that, then this is the energy that's coming in. Because I see it. This is that showstopper energy. There's so much Leo. It's like I don't necessarily think of these cards that way, but when they get together like gang, gang, I'm like, oh, I see you. I saw the sun and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sun. I see all this Leo energy, and I'm just like, y'all, whether you are Leo or not, there's this spotlight energy. This may leave you a little confused. Like, how did this happen? Like, what do I do first? What's these opportunities? I feel like there's a lot of options that may be at your disposal at this time are coming in, and it may leave you feeling like a little. These may have been this figure is dark. This may have been in the dark for you as far as where this came from or the lead in or how this got to be. It may leave you in the dark of how these things got to be, these opportunities for you. But don't play yourself. Know that this was always the plan. Have faith in your dreams. This was always the plan. This was always this new start. We knew it was coming. Tons of people have said it. Tons of readers out there. Nate said it. You know, that these elevations, the commitment was always being tested because it was never that far. It was never that far off. Look at that moon. It's just hidden. It's just tucked there behind the clouds, but it's not off and yonder. It's just right there. It's like these, what you're looking for, you're grabbing toward. It's just like right there. It's feeling like Empress. It's right there. Something's coming toward you, Empress. As you're sitting back reaping your rewards, my darling. Something is coming toward you. And as I said, and I said it at the beginning of the reading, like, with this in mind, do not hop off your pedestal for a thing. Whatever is coming toward you is coming toward you. But whatever you create and curate for yourself is what you curate and curate for yourself in your world. Um, but you are very fertile through this time, Empress. Libra Taurus energy with the Empress that could be significant. Um, or something could be significant about maybe these things coming in around Taurus or Libra time as well. Which we're getting closer into Taurus season. That's like spring, summertime, right? Um, but yeah, this is a graduation. This is like you filling your colors throughout. So don't go backwards for nothing, my babies. There's nothing to go back for. Whatever is coming in, though, it has to meet the vibration. But the beautiful thing is that at this level, there's not a whole lot of dusty things that will even a be of the vibration to meet you or reach you. B, there's a lot of like I feel like a lot of the scrubby the scrubby duster kind of folks that are elevated or can't meet you would be too intimidated to even speak to you at this level. Like it's not even something you have to worry about. But if you keep thinking hardly on that's what you're going to attract, then that's likely what you manifested, and that's not my business. But believe that the quality in which that will even meet your eye or come toward you is something that meets the mark. It's something that understands. You don't even have to say your level. You don't even have to say it. People talk too much. Show. It will be shown. People will be able to identify it because it's what's shown to them that you are this empress, and they have to come accordingly, speak to you accordingly, provide to you accordingly. Um, just speak their case and be clear accordingly to what they want, what they desire out of you. They have to be very truthful about that because in Empress energy, you do have all the energies of all the queens. It sounds like there's children out there. Um, is it like not school? Um, the lovers here. And Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you have a lot of admirers. You have a lot of people that want to choose you during this time. Um, a lot of people that will want to talk to you during this time. Perhaps people even want to move things forward with you at this time. Yeah, I feel like there could be someone in particular that, and you're gonna know that have something a little bit more. They want to invest a little bit more into you because they see all that's possible with you with the Ten of Pentacles. They see it all with you. Page of Page of Cups. Yeah, someone's looking toward an opportunity. I think someone's looking to present something to you, and they want to make it look. They want to make it real sweet, real cute. I don't know if somebody's feeling like they have to apologize to you. Somebody may have to feel like they have to apologize to you, a father figure or a masculine figure that was overly dominant. They're someone that um, either you've had to defend yourself against, or someone who's currently defending themselves. Or someone could have just hesitated in apologizing because they were a bit of a jughead with a pride. I feel like there was pride issues here. Um, but that was pre, you know, karma can humble anybody. We got to go through these things, however which way we represented ourselves when we have to go through these things to pay up. That can humble anybody. That can humble anybody. Justice here. Yeah, I feel like this justice here has put someone, it's made someone humble. Why? Yeah, because they were this energy of Five of Swords. They were in this energy of getting over on another. It was like I need to get over before they get over. I'm gonna reject them before they reject me. I'm gonna play them before they play me, kind of energy. Um, and they did it to somebody that they love. It's so silly. Oh my gosh, they did it to someone they love so deeply. Oh yeah, but it's King of Cups. So it could be that, or it also could be someone is getting out of a situation that they got cheated on. Um, mm, no, this feels like justice. This is someone that was immature in the past. They were immature and they got their comeuppance. But they had to go through the cycle. They had to go through the cycles that they chose for themselves because they had to come to this realization. Here, I knew it. I was trying to get it out, but Spirit's trying to say use your cards that you have in your hands because I was trying to say this person has a new perspective, and that's literally what Hangman is. They had to be kind of strong. They had to be dragged up, strung up. What's that word? Strong, strung up, and sat in a place like a timeout to gain a different perspective on this love thing that they feel. They broke their own heart. I feel like what they chose broke their heart as well. Oh yeah, three threes. Yeah, yeah. We got three threes. So we got the broken heart from this lifestyle that they chose. These three of cups. It's like what? What were you expecting? You thought that this life or this lifestyle or this way of being was more deserved more of your time, deserved more of your dedication than one. You thought, three's a crowd, right? 3-3 could be significant. 33 could be significant as well. But yeah, it came crashing down. Tower, shocker. It came crashing down. Um, they could have even they could have married someone here with this Queen of Pentacles. Um, the Queen of Pentacles or a wifely figure could have put the kibosh, or a woman of the house could have put the kibosh on it, or could have uh, done something to bring on this destruction. The Devil card behind the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is this was a burden. They could be fighting with someone right now. It feels like change that bind. This person's gonna try to get them caught up. Um, by influence. They're going to try to use their influence to try to get them caught up. Or something about perception, once again, to try to control people's perceptions about this person. They may try to do that through way of rumor. They're going to try to make this real difficult for this person to get out of it. But that's a 10, so it's the end. It's a 10, so it's the end. We got the 8 here, 8 of cups. So, someone's looking for to be free either way. Oh, yeah. They're looking to be free either way. And revelations are coming out right now. Look at the combination we got here. Revelations are coming out right now. You may hear about this on in your world, but I feel like when this person feels like the time is safe, because I feel like this person's not trying to come through to you while they're still in the midst of these things. They don't want to come across like they're drama, like they're a drama starter, or that drama follows them. They don't want to come across that way. I'm feeling like in this way, so they may have blocked themselves. They may have blocked communication from you, or you may have blocked communication from this person. This person, I feel like, is all in their head. But I feel like if they've blocked communication, It's to get themselves in a better place. There's so much they're dealing with at this time. Um, and I feel like they are fighting for assets. They're fighting for their place, fighting for their placement. Hmm, I don't know. They may have had to split like residency or something with the residents as well. Um, okay. What do I want to ask now? What's this person's next? What's this person's plan? My next plans for my collective. What do they plan next for my collective? What is their next plans as it involves my collective? What do I want to do? And we'll end it off there. What's this person's next plans for my collective? What that? Okay, we got mermaid. So let's see. What's this person's next plan for my collective? That's blessings, light. Two more. What's this person's next move for my collective? You've helped this person get connected to their spiritual team, to God, to their support. This person wants to be a support. And that's the three. This person may, for some of you, this person's way may be to present an opportunity and work. I don't know. It may be something that really does seem like it's like a blessing to you. Like this person wants to be a resource for you. So they may provide maybe a job opportunity. Um, you have been a blessing to this person. They want to figure out a way how to showcase how you've been a blessing to them, how you've inspired them, how you've been their light, how you've inspired. Even the light card is like just looking like she's inspired. Like you've literally, I had a reading that's like you've been a lighthouse to this person. You've guided their way. Rather you realize it is not. This is like the influence that you don't even realize you have over people. It's like they want to provide that sense of support that they feel as though you provided them, whether you realize it or not. Yeah, memories. They have memories of this. However, you've known this person in passing, it's like they want to provide, it's like they want to match you in some way because they recognize something here, recognition. They recognize and they had to learn discernment that you make them perfectly content. That within your energy, that there's just something that about you that makes them feel more comfortable with themselves. It, you make them feel more comfortable with themselves. They stop picking at themselves. It's easier to dream around you. They can dream. It's easier to live in their truth around you. And they're more in touch with their inner knowing and intuition around you. This is your influence on this person. Okay. What do they want to say to you right now? What do they want to say? And that's where we'll end it off. What do they want to say to my babies, my collectives? Oop, two already came out. Oh my goodness. Oh, three came out. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Spoiler alert, they haven't let you go. I know I was a distraction from your pain. If that doesn't make any sense to you, this person could be projecting it, and they in fact could have been a distraction from you could have been a distraction from their pain. Someone saying they want to be more than just friends. So that could be the case too. See, that's why I say that not everybody from your past. First of all, I don't do readings on exes around here. I don't do readings on ex-boyfriends. So if people bring up exes, they bring up exes. That's not the reader. That's generally, as some readers will say specifically if it's an ex in their readings. If they don't, then that's what someone else is projecting onto a reading. Even if I'm speaking of the past, there's a lot of different things that could have been the past. These could have been a friendship of the past, or someone who's a friend now, or an associate of the past, or someone who's an associate now, or a coworker of the past, or someone who's a coworker now. There's a billion and one. There's a whole bunch of different reasons as to how someone could have been from the past, or that you could have encountered from the past, that was not an ex-boyfriend, that was not a love that got off on the track. A lot of people can be from the past that never ever were a commitment, that never made it to the level of a commitment for a multitude of reasons. And this particular reason, this could have been because this could have been someone that was a friend to you, or someone that laid in the either the friend zone, or an acquaintance, or someone in passing that know of you. Maybe you know of them, or maybe they know of you a little bit more. I Last card. What do they want to say? Last card. Thank you, Spirit. I don't react when people mention you. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. There may be mutual friends or mutual acquaintances, and that could have been the way that y'all know each other as well. Um, Someone is saying here, for someone that needs to hear this, I wish I had treated you better. Once again, I don't think that would still be considered an ex. For some of y'all, it could be, but I don't think that's still considered an ex. That could still be um, a friendship or an acquaintance. Or treat you better. That could. I feel like this person feels a certain way about what they didn't communicate. So it doesn't mean that someone treated you horribly. That could just mean that they just weren't 100% honest with you for a multitude of reasons. They may feel guilty about the opportunity that they may have missed or wasted, just because they didn't have the throat chakra, they didn't have the words, they didn't have the communication. So it doesn't mean that someone has harmed you in any way. it just it just could possibly mean that they feel like they didn't treat you the way you deserve, just simply because they didn't have the words, they didn't understand the feelings. It's just a multitude of different things. We have to keep in mind that our projections and the things that we speak about, the things that we say, is uh is a representation of us. It's not a representation of anything outside of us. Okay, so we have to take accountability for that, for ourselves as well. Um, all right. With that said, if you're looking for, please like and subscribe. Until next time, y'all. As always,